Welcome back to my live stream for DarkSouls Remastered. Continuing on from where we left off, so let's get going. Okay, so in the last stream we defeated the Grave Lord Nito. That was the last thing we did. So today, our next port of call is to just go and talk to a few NPCs. So, first person we're going to go and see is Rhea of Thurland. So, we're going to warp to the Undead Parish. Yeah, let's rest here. Don't forget, whenever you warp somewhere, the first thing you should do is rest at the bonfire, because what you usually do is you'll warp and then you'll just go off. If you die, you'll go back to the previous bonfire, and it's just a little bit annoying because then you have to warp back again. You have to rest at the bonfire before, if you died, to take you back there. Another thing that you need to know is that when you first come to a bonfire, and it's not lit. Even though you light it, you also have to rest at it. Because if you don't rest at it, you'll go back to the previous bonfire. A lot of people make this mistake. They'll light the bonfire, and then they'll die, and they'll go back to the previous bonfire, and they'll say, I lit the bonfire. You've got to rest at it as well. So just bear that in mind. I think we'll put our... we've been using the Claymore quite a lot, so I think we'll use the Gargoyle's Halberd, because we didn't really get good... hasn't been used as that much. Give it a little bit of an airing. So as you can see, we've got 3 pieces of the Giant's armour now. I was wearing the Gargoyle's helm, I've switched to a Giant's helm. And we've got Havel's gauntlets. So that's the combination we've gone for. So she should be here. There she is. So Rhea of Thurland was the person that was left. We left in a tomb of giants after her 2 friends. We had to kill them because they turned hollow and attacked us. And she's come back to. She's somehow managed to get out, and she's come here to the undead church to pray, because obviously she's a cleric. So well, affiliated with the White, with the Way of the White. So we need to speak to her.
Hello. I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted, for it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thurland. I only wish there was some way I could help you. But I am inexperienced and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, speak to me again.
Right, so she's excellent and necessary for faith builds, because she gives what's probably the best faith weapon you can get, faith miracle which you can get, which is the Wrath of the Gods. So that is a really, really excellent faith miracle, and it's especially effective in PvP. In fact, it's borderline cheese tactics, but not quite. So if you want to be successful at PvP, I would advise you to get Wrath of the Gods, because it is a really, really good miracle. It's very effective in PvP. So let's just talk to her again and see if she's got anything else.
Would a miracle be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that was so. May we discuss miracles then?
Right, so let's learn the gesture. She teaches the prayer gesture, so you can use that as a gesture. And she sells divine blessings. Well, she sells a divine blessing. And some miracles, the ones we've seen before. But she also sells Great Heal, which is one we have, and that's basically just, it's like heal, but it heals more health. There you go, there's your Wrath of the Gods. You can get that for 10,000, definitely get that. Recommended, highly recommended. A magic barrier as well, that gives you a protective coating that protects against magic attacks, which it only lasts, it's only got a limited life, it's limited time span, but it's still useful. And obviously the ones we've seen before. She also sells a talisman, so There you go, that's what she sells. See if she's got any more dialogue.
Vince and Nico
Yep.
were fooled by a lout named Patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fates. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now. Vince and Nico were
Right, so
and the
right, so there's something you need to know about this. If
be safe. Farewell, Nox.
right, I'm not completely sure on the parameters, but if you leave her long enough, she will die. She'll just be dead, and what happens is Petrus murders her. Now, I'm not sure of the parameters how to stop Petrus from murdering. I think you have to have, if you go and kill another 3 or 4 bosses after you rescue her, then Petrus will kill her, or is it? I don't know. So basically, the best thing to do is as soon as you rescue her at the next you don't rescue her. As soon as she leaves the Tomb of the Giants and comes here, go and see her straight before Petrus can kill her, because at some point Petrus, all you'll see is a dead. There'll be a soul item which you pick up, which is basically her dead body. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to go and see Patches, because we saw Patches in the Tomb of the Giants, and after the guy that pushed us in, a little git. Now he's a vendor and you can buy stuff off him. So let's go and speak to him. He says he's put his bad ways behind him and he's just going to be a nice, honest merchant. Should we give him the benefit of the doubt? Well, if he sells some cool stuff, I don't see why not. I like Patches for some reason. I don't know. He seems like the sort of person that you should really despise, but I actually quite got a soft spot for him for some reason. Don't ask me why. You just like it's just that thing, isn't it, where you like certain people and you dislike. It's just a natural thing, isn't it? Like the Marvelous Chester, I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. He is smarmy. He's a smarmy get, but I just don't like Marvelous Chester for some reason. A lot of people like him. They think, oh yeah, Marvelous Chester, man, he's so cool. I don't like him. I like this guy though, but even though he's a right git. Speak to him.
Oh, we meet again. How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you. There you are. Have a nice look at them. Oh, relax. No more funny business out of me, my friend.
So we learn his gesture. That's prostration. That's like prayer, but absolute prayer. Taking it like to the next level. It's like totally submitting yourself on the ground and worshipping whatever you believe in. Let's have a look. So he does actually sell some extremely useful stuff, it has to be said. He sells Eyes of Death, Divine Blessing again, Prism Stones, Humanity. Like I said, I don't necessarily wouldn't advise buying Humanity because it's so expensive. It's easily farmed, so don't bother buying Humanity. You can go down to the depths and farm it off the rats. And there's another area that we're going to go to later on where you can farm it as well. So don't bother buying Humanity. It's just not worth it. Or Twin Humanities for that matter. So he sells Heal and Great Heal Excerpt. And he sells some pretty decent weapons. He sells the Crescent Axe. This is the only place you can get the Crescent Axe. This is basically his axe that he uses, which basically scales off faith and what else does it scale? It's a quality weapon, but with faith as well. So it scales off a D with strength, a D dexterity, and a B with faith. So there you go. And he sells Thurland Talisman and a Canvas Talisman. He also sells all the masks, so we'll pick up the Mask of the Father. You can buy the mask. Oh, get it anyway. Yeah, no, I don't know. Should we get it? Nah, leave it. You can get the Mask of the Mother as well if you want. I don't really particularly like it. But the other two are worth having. But anyway, make your own mind up. That's my opinion. And he also sells the Cleric Armor. This is the only place you can get the Cleric Armor. So there you go. So some extremely useful things that you can buy there.
Here, have you met that backwoods Shiva? Believe me on this one, bruv. The man is trouble. I can see it in his eyes. I just can. No doubt about it. Watch him. Yeah, have you met that sunbathing Solaire? Believe me on this one, bruv. He's a complete idiot. But he happens to be an awfully strong idiot. So just nod your head and keep him on your side. Wait, have you met Petrus? That self-proclaimed cleric? Believe me on this one, bruv. The man is scum. Don't you be fooled by his claims to do good. They're all the same, those rotten clerics. Oi, have you met Lautrec the Embraced? Believe me on this one, bruv. He's completely mad. He wouldn't think twice about cutting somebody down. So watch out for him. Especially if you've humanity to spare. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now. And wondrous treasures have I. At a special price for you.
Well, it looks like he's got a lot to say about everybody, doesn't it? Anyway.
Oh, good stuff, eh? Don't you forget who got it for you.
So that's patches for you. Right, there's one more NPC that we need to go and see, and that's Domhall of Xena. He was the guy that we met down in the depths near the gates to Blighttown. The trader with the Welsh accent. It's the best way you can describe him. So we're going to go and see him now. He's moved to the bridge where you have to jump over to get the Ring of Sacrifice, and he sells some really, really good armor sets. Right, so we've always got to be careful here. You need to make sure that you just jump at the right moment. So just about where that bloodstain is would probably... Make sure you're facing in the right direction. You should make it, but it's one of the most common places to die because it's just that people just fall. Just make sure you've got it all lined up properly. So here's Domhall of Xena.
Aye, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh? I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
Right, okay, so what's he got? Obviously he sells gold pan resin. Again, I don't recommend buying it because it's easily farmed. He sells the master key. That opens any lock whatsoever, so I don't really need it now because we're nearly at the end of the game, so if you can buy it, but I'm not going to buy it, so it's there if you want it. You can also have it as a starting gift, so if you don't get it as your starting gift, you can buy it from him, like this guy later. Okay, he also sells Crystal Straight Sword, Crystal Great Sword, and Crystal Shield. As I've already explained, crystal weapons, they're really strong, but they can't be upgraded, and they have a limited durability. Once that durability reaches 0, it's gone for good, so just bear that in mind, because they are quite expensive. He also sells the usual arrows and bolts and things. And he also sells these armor sets. This is the one he had on him before, but he should have some new ones on him now. Basically, the people that you've killed, bosses that you've killed, some of their armor sets will appear here. So, for instance, the Smough and Ornstein battle. Depending on which one you kill last, he'll have their armor. Because we killed Ornstein last, so he'll have Ornstein's armor. He's also got the Golem armor. There you go, Ornstein's armor. And you can even use Artorias' armor, which is one of the best aesthetic looking armor sets you can get. Unfortunately, it's not actually that good, in my opinion, but aesthetically it looks really good. I sometimes use it just purely for the looks. So there you go. He also sells Smough's armor as well, and he sells I think he sells another few armor sets, but I can't remember what they are. But there you go. There's Domhall of Xena. So let's see what else he has to say.
I'm afraid...
Right, okay, so
Well, that is a shame then. But no matter. No, not to worry. Come back again. I'm always available. Not every trade was meant to be. There'll be more in store for us. Someday. Sometime.
Okay, so there are all the vendors. So our next port of call is to go to a place called Ash Lake, which is what a lot of people call this the most beautiful area of the game, and it is absolutely. It just shows off the technical brilliance of this game, Ash Lake. It's really, 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 really good place. That's where we're off to next. Okay. So we need to warp there. We need to warp to the Daughter of Chaos before we get there. So off we go. Daughter of Chaos. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to rest up here. Don't forget to always, like I said before, get into the habit of repairing your equipment. Because if you do that, then you're never gonna. Your equipment's less likely to break. Sometimes you forget to repair your equipment, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, my weapon broke. So if you repaired it every time you were at a bonfire, it would never break. So just bear that in mind. I don't know why I've gone here. That's the wrong way. Sorry about that. Talking and playing, you see, I can't multitask. I'm some rubbish at it. Anyway, this is my favourite armour set in the entire game. The Giant's armour just looks so brilliant. I love it. Awesome armour set. So this is way. I did say in the last stream that I was going to get a new shield, but I'm still, obviously you can still see I'm still using the heater shield. So we're going to persevere with the heater shield just for a little bit longer. Well, it's probably going to be obviously to the end of the stream now, because I'm planning on finishing the entire game before I go tonight. So I could be here for a couple of hours, I think. 2 to 3 hours, I would say, we're going to be here for. Yeah, so after I finish the stream tonight, I'm going to be taking a little break, maybe for a few days or a week or something like that, but I will be back. And the next game is going to be Dark Souls 3 that I stream. So we need to stick the rusted iron ring, which means we can walk normally in a swamp, anything that slows us down, like swampy areas, etc. If I didn't have the rusted iron ring on, I'd be trudging through. Oh, this is what I can do as well. Right. Okay. I'll tell you what. Right. There's a guy around here. Well, we met Shiva before. Let's see if he's got any new dialogue. He only turns up here if you're a forest hunter. So bear that in mind. If you want him to turn up, you have to be a forest hunter. Let's speak to him.
Well, there you are again. I've culled my best picks from my last summoning. Have a look, will you?
Yeah, so we're a forest hunter at the moment, so we can speak to him. Look, he's selling his weapons. I don't think I'm not gonna buy any. But there's his weapons. Okay, behind here is his bodyguard. And if you kill him, it gives you a ring. I'm not going to kill him though, because I'm not going to use the ring, and I'll just leave him alive. There's no point to kill someone. I won't kill them. He's got a ring that you can use, and it's called. It basically, if you've got 25% or under equipment load, it allows you to do. It turns your roll into a somersault flip. So it's like it makes you more sort of agile. And so you can flip around and stuff like that. When it's especially useful in PvP. So if you want that ring, you need to kill him. But we're not using it. We're not going to do that. We're not going to kill him. I might, if I ever decide to do another playthrough, I might on this game. I might get it next time, but not on this one. Okay, so we just need to go forward. Right, let's rest up here. It's always important to rest at bonfires because that puts you back. If I die now, I'll go back to this one instead of the other one up there, so I won't have to go as much. So always bear that in mind. You know, always play cautiously. My advice is play cautiously, because it's the moment you start to, you know, get a bit cocky. That's when the game just takes you out. And this game just teaches you to just be cautious and just take your time because you can't. It's not like I said before. This is not like God of War or Devil May Cry. It looks like it is. It looks similar. If you didn't play it and you just glanced at it, you thought it's nothing like those games. I can't stress this enough. Absolutely nothing like them. It just looks similar, but looks are deceiving. Never judge a book by its cover. The old adage, isn't it? Right, so this is the way to get to Ash Lake. We have to go through this place called the Great Hollow, which is where we're going now. That Great Hollow. Right, so rest up. Always repairer. Okay, so this needs to... Right, so yeah, just follow it down. Best thing to do is just follow it down and take your time. Don't rush. Just look around to see where the next route is, but just be careful because you can fall off quite easily. Just keep following the route down. Oh, there's a crystal lizard. Look, oh, it's gone. There's a lot of crystal lizards down here, but they are really hard to get. So don't worry too much if you don't get them. Right, there's an easy way to go down here. Sometimes you might have to roll off, etc. So, for instance, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a running leap off onto there. It took a bit of fall damage, but we're all right. Where do you go now? Even I forget to go where you go sometimes. Where the hell do you go now? Oh yeah, just drop. So I'm just going to drop down to that route there. Just be careful. So you just line yourself up. Drop. Not too see. Nice and. Watch out here. That branch sticking down can cause problems if you just need to get around the side of it. There you go. Carry on going down. There's cursed frogs down here as well, so make sure you've got lots of curse to resist. You see, I've only got 63. Right, I'm going to change my armour set up a little bit because I've only got 63 curse resist. So I'm going to add some armour that's a bit more curse resisty. If you get what I mean, curse resisty. Is that a word? That has more curse resist. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Right. So we can change that. Have all. 51. I don't know why I've still got the rusted iron ring on. No, that's not right. That's right. What is it? 53. Ooh, just about. Yeah, so we're just still under 50% right. Let's put the Chloranthy ring back on. Where is it? Give us some more stamina regen. Right, so... looks funny that, doesn't it? Headpiece doesn't look right, does it? But look at our curse resist now. 106. So those curse frogs will have a harder time cursing us now. Yeah, you can hear them. Just watch out, they might ambush you. There's a couple down here. Like I said, just take your time, no rush. Oh look, one committed suicide. We didn't realise. Don't rush it. Just take your time. No rush. Oh, idiot. Got him. They can be quite tricky. Leap all over the place sometimes. Right, so that's one dead. There's another one, I think. So just watch out for it. Here we go. Right, get out of the way. That's take him out. Yeah. Just watch out for that cloud. That cloud is what gives you the curse. It builds the curse build up, and once you don't want to get cursed, believe me, it's nasty. It's horrible. Unless you've got purging stones, of course. I do happen to have them, but if you don't have them, it's a pain because it halves your energy bar, and then you'll get cursed again, and that'll become half, and then it'll become half. It just keeps halving until you go and get a purging stone or see a faith healer. Oh, see the build up. Talking and playing again. Multitasking. Every time I start talking and they get attacked, I start messing up. But there you go. It's just one of those things you have to deal with. Right, so there's another soul item. So we'll carry. There's other soul items in here. I'm not going to bother getting every single soul item in here. If you want to get them, you can look around and get them. I'm just going to show you the way down. So if you know, just follow it down here. In a minute, you're going to come up to some mushroom children and mushroom adults as well. So you need to take them out. Really funny looking things, the mushrooms. They're quite amusing to me. But they're really tough to kill. They hit like a truck and they've got a massive amount of poise. But they're really slow, but when they hit you, they take like a solid amount of damage. So just be wary of them, but they're really slow, so you just need to be wary of them. But they can be tricky, especially the mushroom adults. The mushroom children are pretty easy. So just take them out, but the adults are pretty hard. See, they're not too bad, but then we get the adults. So I'm a two-hammer weapon, and I'm just going to be really cautious and take my time. Whoa. Okay. Coming up now. You can't. Yeah. I think there's 3 of them. So just let. I'm just gonna blast because. I'll tell you what. I've got an idea. This will give me an advantage if I do this. Sugar. Yeah, we did it. I don't think these have any drops. No. Right, so that's the fog gate. So this takes us to the next part of the level. Okay, I'm going to change my armor back. I need to put some of these armor sets in the bottomless box because I'm not using them. Where the bloody hell is it? There we are. Right. Okay. So this is Ash Lake coming up now. Good music as well. There's a soundtrack to this place. One of the few places that has modern music. There's a bonfire. I'll quickly get it. Sieglind, and it looks like poor old Siegmeyer has finally met his end.
My father, all hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katerina. You assisted us both greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
Titanite slab is used to fully ascend weapons to plus 15 on the natural path.
Dear Father. Oh, Father. Dear Father.
Right. If you remember before, she said she might have to kill him again. My theory is she actually did kill him. It puts me in two minds whether I should kill her for killing him. But then two wrongs don't make a right, do they? So I'm going to leave her alone, but I believe she killed him. Anyway, onwards with our quest. We need to kill this thing, this Hydra. This is a little bit tougher than the last one we killed, but it shouldn't cause us many problems. So a good way to kill him is to do that, because then you can see where the heads land. Don't lock on and just wait for them to attack and then just turn around and... Missed. If you miss, don't worry about it, just have another go. But these guys seem to be yeah, I got him that time. So. I might need to take a step back. Hang on a second. Right, so I'm going to move back a little bit because it's not. I need to swing there. Oh, missed. Yeah, got him. Get in there. Oh, I didn't mean to jump then. I jumped by accident, I didn't mean to. Happens sometimes, you do not actually. Oh dear. Wasn't enough forward. Right, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. The right place to stand. Come on. Come and get me. I'm standing here. Fooled you. Yep, it's dead. Dragons. They give you they drop dragon scales which can be used to upgrading dragon-based weapons. There's one over here as well. That's all item. It's a dragon scale. So let's grab that. Not doing too shabby. Progressing nicely. Dragon scale there. Let's say treasure ahead. Remember, if you want, always check these little things to give you clues. A lot of the time it's just people saying silly things, but sometimes you do get people giving you genuine good advice, so always check those orange markers. Let's see what's in here. Ah. Another dragon scale, I believe? Yes. Okay, so a couple more of these. I love these enemies, giant clam things. They're probably my favourite enemy, mob enemy in the whole game. Yeah, I love these guys. Twinkling Titanite, and they also drop really useful Twinkling Titanites. The one, and sometimes drop Purging Stones as well. Just watch out though. Sometimes they can catch you by speed. Try and best way to do it. Try and get behind them and attack them. That's my advice. So if you try and just circle them, wait for them to attack, circle them, and then sort of get behind them like that, and then just get a couple of attacks in. And just there you go. And then again, so you get behind them, a couple of attacks, shield, and you should do all right getting past these guys. Right, now I think there's another piece of twinkling titanite down here. Let's heal up. Another dragon scale down here. Love this soundtrack, it's so eerily haunting and beautiful. So there's another bit, you can go inside that giant tree. So let's just drop down. Watch out, there's another one of those giant mushroom. Oh, and there's a cursed frog, so a couple of cursed frogs, so watch out. Watch out for the cloud of toxic curse fog. Right, here we are. Yes, I need to go up there. Right, there's another soul light, and that is Miracle Great Magic Barrier. For a faith builds. Again, I'm not using a faith build, so it's not really of any use to me, fortunately. But if you're doing a faith build, you know, go for it. Might try a faith build on not one day, another again. Obviously, it won't be for a while. Okay, so let's carry along this windy path. Now, that Hydra near the beginning needs to be taken care of before you come down this path, because if you don't, it'll follow you all the way down and fire projectile water at you, and it's just annoying. So make sure you kill the Hydra. Don't just leave it. It just makes your life so much harder. It's even harder not to kill it than to kill it. If you know what I mean. Kind of, so I just might as well take it out. Okay. You can see the silhouette. That's not a silhouette, is it? Like you can see that's another person playing a lot on another server. They're playing the game. You know, playing the game. You can see them. It's really good. That I love that aspect of the game. You can see other people playing and stuff. It's brilliant. It gives you a sense that you're not alone and that there's other people are with you and stuff like that. So it's not totally isolating. Right. So if you cut this tail off, it gives you a dragon. It's another sword, dragon great sword. Whenever something has a tail, it can usually be cut off for a weapon. So we're going to pray. We can join the Dragon Covenant, which we'll join it just to say we've got it. So we'll join the Dragon Covenant. Now it's the Gives you the dragon headstone and a dragon eye. So that's another covenant you can join. Got the dragon. Wonder how he survived. Been hiding out here though, hasn't he? So he's probably trapped here for a bit. Right, so that's basically Ash Lake. So let's repair equipment. And our next port of call is to go back to the Ulasil dungeon. So let's go. Yep, Ulasil Township dungeon. I'm going to take down Manus now. Right, so I'll just I'm gonna set. I don't need to yet, do I? Right, let's do that. Got enough to level up with? Not yet. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So obviously this is back in Ulasil where we are trying to rescue Princess Dusk. Oh, that should have died. Twinkling Titanite, White Titanite chunk. Right, okay. Absolute bellend. Dark bead, excellent dark sorcery. If you're a mage build, I'd recommend it for PvP because it's if you're new to PvP and you want to get a few victories under your belt, just to build your confidence up, I suggest being a sorcery build and using Dark Bead because it's just really effective. It's really effective. It's one of the most annoying sorceries. You might get a few people cursing you, but you know, who cares? Everything's good in this game, I think. You need a variety of different styles, and sometimes, you know, it's just more of a challenge if you can take someone down is using Dark Bead, but it is a really effective way for beginners to experience PvP because, you know, it gets your confidence up. Once you've, you know, messed around with that, then you can start, you know, being a serious jeweler and stuff like that. But that's what I did basically. When I first build my confidence up in PvP, I was a sorcerer. I became, you know, Dark Bead spammer. Got a few messages off people, you know, saying, "Oh, you're a Dark Bead spammer." I didn't give a damn, no. And then after that, after I got bored of that, I started doing, you know, practicing parrying and stuff like that. And then now I'm not too bad at parrying. So yeah, that's PvP is the heart of this game. I think that's where it really, really comes into its own. It's awesome. I mean, this is just going to be I've already showed you. If you want to see me doing some PvP, go back to my 5th video. There's a couple of invasions that I do. I'm not going to be doing any more PvP for the remainder of this walkthrough because I think I just wanted to show you. PvP is really something you need to experience for yourself. So I just gave you a little taster to what to expect. So, you know, I'm disorientated here. So yeah. Right, so these can be farmed for humanity, so I'm going to put a golden serpentine ring on. Okay, so let's just go down here, because this bit here takes us. It takes us on a little shortcut back to the Ulasil Royal Wood. So I'll show you where it is in relation to, because you'll recognise this. Remember the Royal Wood. Remember this bit. There we fought. Excuse me. There's marvelous Chester's over there, and we fought Artorias in that room there. Well, this is that takes you back up to the upper part of the Royal Wood, and if you go this way, it's a shortcut to Ulasil Township dungeon. So there you go. Let's go back. Nice little shortcut. Another example of the excellent level design of this game. Right, okay, so there's a secret wall here, but if we read this message, it's telling us it's here. Look, illusory wall ahead. So look, just not letting me. Yes, there we go. Go through here. And bang. Oh. Yep. Yeah, they're dropping humanity now. Brilliant place, the best place in the game to farm humanity, this area. Right, so here we have baby Sith. Now, if you remember when we fought Sith 1,000 years in the future, he was guarding Artorias' tomb. Well, this is prior to... This is 1,000 years ago. Now that we've rescued him, we can use him as a summon to help us defeat Manus. So we can call him into the game now. When we get to fight Manus, we can use him as a summon. But he's only a baby. But he's good. To be honest with you, he doesn't do much back damage. But he acts really, to be brutally honest, he just acts as bait to keep him distracted while we can take him down. So yeah, it's useful to have him. He does get the odd hit in, I think, every now and then, but not much. It's down to you to kill him, isn't it? You know, I'll come this way, won't we? Yeah, now it's down here, down this part out here. If you get lost, you always just use the lights as a guide. Right, so down we go. Down this way, yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Oops. See you later. More humanity. Yeah, let's keep coming that sweet humanity, please. Over here we have the Black Flame, which is a really, really good pyromancy, which you can use. I reckon it's a good to use for PvP. The Black Flame and the Great Combustion are really useful techniques to use in PvP if you want to, you know, give yourself. You know, if you get in, if some people all they do is they spam it, and it's kind of cheap, but you know, if you want, like I said, if you want to build your confidence up, and just get a few victories under your belt. That's another technique you can use, either Black Flame or Great Combustion. And you know, but once you become, like I say, once you become experienced, you want to start playing it properly. But you know, everyone's got to be a beginner at some point, haven't they? Like I said, everything's good. It's all good. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, the people grumble, oh, he's using those spam tactics again. But you know, so what, man? It's only, you know, as long as you know, eventually you grow out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. good, was it? Okay. Level up. Flask up, sorry. I will be switching back to the Claymore to fight Manus, though. Oh, 20 humanity. More humanity. White Titanite slab that's used to fully ascend large divine weapons are plus 10, or what's it called? What's it called again? Oh, I forgot what it's called. Large divine. What's the other one? The dark and what's it called? It's gone out of my mind. The Dark Ember takes it to plus 5 of that. I don't know why I can't remember what it's called. It's gone out of my mind. Right. Occult, that's it. Plus 10 divine or plus 5 occult. Right, so I'm going to switch back to the Claymore. Let's switch my rings up a little bit. I'll put the Chloranthe on. Now, the problem with this is that I'm not sure whether I've got enough stability on the shield, because if you look at my stamina, my endurance, it's not that large, so I could give Manus an advantage, but I'm gonna just go on anyway. Right, so I might as well take everything off that I don't need to use in here. So yeah, that right. There we go. that's Manus defeated. Thank you, Sith. And we get the soul of Manus and 10 humanity, so that's a lot of humanity, plus 60,000 souls. So thankfully we've rescued Dusk. So after she's been through a terrific ordeal, so obviously she's just recovering on the floor, so it's okay. We're going to just leave. So we'll leave her to recover. Done our job anyway. So we can go back to Elizabeth now and let her know that Princess Dusk has been rescued. Right, so we need to walk back to the Ulysseal Sanctuary. Is it the Ulysseal Sanctuary? Speak to Elizabeth.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
So she gives you 3 Elizabeth mushrooms.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. May the flames guide thee.
Right, so the Elizabeth mushrooms, once you use them, what they do is they gradually fill your health bar. It keeps filling up gradually for a limited amount of time. So they're quite useful to use in PvP or any time you need to help get health back. But there's only a limited amount of them, so use them sparingly. My advice. Right, so we're nearly coming to the end now. We're doing better than I thought we would. Right, there's only one thing left to do now, and that's to go and confront Lord Gwyn and finish the game. So we're off to Firelink Shrine. I might as well level up as well, put a bit more into my vitality. Thought it might take me about 2-3 hours tonight, but no. Oh yeah, sorry, level up. Oh, we've got to go to the Abyss as well, hang on. Yeah, so... Right, I'm going to use up all my soul items as well that I've collected over the course of the game. So, let's get these used up. Where are they all? So if this is any better... Might as well use up all the others as well, because I'm not going to be using them. Right, might as well use all these up as well. These can be used to get really good weapons, but we're not going to be getting we're not going to be using them, so we might as well use all these up. And just use it to increase our I'm not going to put it into vitality. I'm going to whack it all into vitality. Is it any more? Couple more. Thanks for that. Not that I needed it, but thank you anyway. Right, use that as well. Right, so let's just see how much humanity we managed to get. We managed to get, like, so if you can see that area down there is extremely useful for farming humanity, so there's the evidence there. Right, we're going to walk to the Abyss. And we're going to conclude, or take this journey to its logical conclusion. So, we need to speak to...
What is it? I am your guardian. Go on, state your wish. Very well. Be still. Entrust thy flesh to me.
Right, so we have all the Lord souls now, so if we put them, give them to this Lord, the Lord vessel, it will open up the gate. There we go. The last stretch. Or the final stretch, should I say. Kill under the first flame. Right, I'm just going to... oh. Where is it? Titanite chunk. All these Black Knights that you fight down here always drop some form of Titanite chunk. So it's a 100% drop. They will always drop at least one chunk. Black Knight Greatsword, a really, really good weapon. Let's check that out. I was tempted to use this. It's what am I doing? It's mainly a strength weapon with a little bit of dex. But technically, that probably makes it a quality weapon, I suppose. So yeah, I could have used it, but I chose not to. But that is a really, 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 really good weapon. I recommend using it. It's a really top-notch weapon. It's like put it like that weapon, and also the Black Knight Great Axe as well. That's another really, really good weapon as well. Look at it. It's really, really excellent. Got some great moveset. Does a massive amount of damage. Really good. But we're going to go back to a Claymore. Lost so many different weapons. Just try experimenting until you find your favourites. Lost so many different ways of playing this game. It's just up to you. It's entirely up to you how you want to play this. This is how I like to play it. So there's no right and wrong way to play this game. However you want to play it. There's no right or wrong way. Oh, I've got a Dark Spirit after me. Oh, bollocks. Right, better go. Here he comes. Right, someone's invaded. Another player has invaded my game, so it's time to go and confront him. Oh, he's gone home. Wonder why that is. Oh well. I'll get the stuff over here. Interestingly enough, if Black Knight helm, Black Knight armor, really good armor set. Interestingly enough, right, so we can call Solaire into this game, into help us with the boss as well. Nice, Solaire. Yeah, interestingly enough, like I was going to say, we can call Solaire to help us with the last boss, so... This is the reason why we rescued him. He's going to help us. Amazingly great guy, Solaire. Come on, dude, let's go and take these guys down. I love Solaire, proper good dude. Right, so I'm just going to switch my ring over. Okay, the final confrontation. Let's do... Actually, before I do that... Yep. Let's go. I'm just going to prime my weapon. Let's go, man. Lord Gwyn, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so that's Gwyn defeated. All there is to do now is to either light the bonfire. So there's two different ways to end the game. Okay, you can either walk away from it and say, "I don't care," and become the Lord of Darkness, or you can actually sacrifice yourself to link the flame to prolong this age for a little bit longer. Technically, either way results in the same. The age will come to an end, but it's not what happens. It's the intent in what you do. Do you make self-sacrifice, or do you say self-sacrifice so you just walk away and say I don't care? So, to me, the right move and the only move is to link the flame. So that's what we're going to do. So there you go, that's Dark Souls Remastered. Now if you wanted to, you could continue into New Game Plus and do it all again, but it's harder difficulty. then that will continue up to New Game Plus 6. The first New Game Plus 1, it gets, I think it's 30% harder. So then in subsequent New Game Plus 2, it's like it's just a little less and a little less and a little less until it gets to New Game Plus 6, and then it'll just there is technically no NG Plus 7. It's just a repeat. So it gradually gets harder, although the first leap is slightly more up to New Game Plus 6, and then so if you wanted to, you could just play it over and over and over. But then once you get to the 7th time, it doesn't get any harder. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you the ending. So this is the ending. It's all the people that were involved in making this game. There's a lot of hard work gone into this. A lot of people that deserve a lot of credit, deserve to give themselves a massive pat on the back for achieving this excellent achievement. Achieving this excellent achievement. Producing this excellent game. So my hat's off to you, my ultimate respect to every one of these people that are being mentioned here. Okay, so thanks for watching. Like I said, I'll be back in a few days or maybe a week. As you can see, it just restarts the game again. I'm going to be going now, so I'll see you in a few days, in a week or whatever.
Indeed. The dark side
where we will
brands
play,
the
where I will be
undead.
playing Dark Souls 3. So that's next on the agenda for my next stream. I'll see you then.
And in this
Bye for now.
land,